we should be able to streamline the system to an extent of it being facilitative, notwithstanding my access to the member of parliament or senator or any political leader. But unfortunately, we are not yet there. We still have got the need to reach out. And of course, my colleagues are lucky they are running a bursary kitty, and that is why people will always go to them. But even us, we fundraise on every weekend, every day. We receive invites. This one has not gone to school because of ABCD, one of which is
what do you suggest as a solution?
And what the government is doing is in trying to change the model, the funding model, trying to encourage people also to, you know, I said earlier on that we don't just sit back and say, look, the government is in place. The comment that Honorable Mbui made about us, most of our parents back in the village not being able to get birth certificates for their children is one such example. In an environment where I will always know my area MP will sort me everything, we will forever have challenges. This model still has got challenges, but I'm hopeful. And by the way,
Senator,
Mbui, as a matter of fact,
from my question, I asked, because you've clearly defined what the problem is.
Yes.
How do we remedy the situation? Because if you've been participating in fundraising events, and now university education is more expensive,
yes,
you'll actually be required to attend more harambees in your area than ever. What is that solution?
Part of the solution is what the government is trying to put in place. Try a new model that will
That makes it more expensive?
No, that will have students who are placed in Band 1 to be the genuine, deserving students, and those who do not, you know, the capitation that was there was block payment to the university. Everybody was getting. Right now, we are able to say a student who comes from a well-off family pays more, and the one who comes from a family that is struggling is to be getting more of the resources. That is one of the ways with which we are to resolve this.
What do you understand with well-off?
Well-off is someone who is not poor and not someone who is wealthy.
You know, the person you're referring to be well-off is a person whose father or mother gets a salary of 120,000 shillings per month.
Yes.
Okay, 120,000 shillings and 1 shilling.
Yes, 120 plus 1.
You're above 120. If you are to do simple math on how much it takes to run a family, a household, the average household is 4 in Kenya. 120,000 shillings in a month. Is it even sufficient to finance a university program where you've been invited to study medicine, for instance?
It is never sufficient sum. And that is why we forever work. And at the same time, it is never possible for the government to provide for everything. This conversation we are having is, for instance, in terms of banding, it's based on household income. It is trying to fix the challenge on capitation. It is something that we all have known through the challenges most of universities seeking to collapse.
And the solution?
And therefore, the solution, as I've said, is part of this introduction of the model is seeking to resolve the challenges, not to use the term of somebody capable of paying cost of medical costs, but each to contribute towards funding our education model. And for those who are able to pay more, let them pay. For those who are completely unable, let the government give them the 70% plus.
So finally, if you're to look at the fundraising events, are they more now or fewer?
No. Oh, they're more.
So what solution are you offering, really?
Kenyans, all of us have experienced the economic situation that we are in across the globe and back home. So we will keep on trying. However much every day we also tell people to go to school, we'll do it. It's part of our life.
Mheshimiwa Mushomba, solution out of this, because if you have to look at the budget, 700 billion shillings, that is too high a bill to pay. Looking at the reality that we have so many other pressing needs as a country,